Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 24th, episode 60, and welcome to Frameloss. What is Frameloss? Well, we are a weekly video game talk show discussing all the things in gaming that we care about, and hopefully that you care about too. I am your host, 2 Inches. With me, as always, is the two lovely people from CJ. Say hello.
What's up, everybody? My name is from CJ, and just like Batman Arkham Knight, I will run poorly on the computer.
Ooh, that's actually good for the show. That could have been Donny's, actually.
It could have been Donny's, but I can't give them away, then I don't have any.
That's true.
That's true.
And the person who might sound like a robot for a good portion of this show, and also might turn into a cat, Dr. Monkey. Say hello.
Hello, I have nothing witty to say.
You should have just been like 0110010.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a I am
a robot.
Tonight on the show, we're going to review Lego Jurassic World on both the PS4 and the Xbox One. We should have done a head-to-head for this. Like, we didn't plan this at all.
Same game. Let's be straight up. Same game.
We're going to discuss what's new with Drive Club, and we're going to ask the question, what happens when you show a game at E3 and your fan base just says, stop? But, the big important question...
Nintendo, stop.
What have you been playing since the last episode?
I have been playing a lot of Lego Jurassic World, excuse me. That's been most of my time. I'm at 85%.
That's too many percent.
For completion. That's been the majority of my time. I did some witching. I did The Witcher 3. I got WildStar from the E3 bundle. For...
Oh, I got that too, but I haven't played it yet.
For, man, what is the name of that thing?
The E3 ticket?
Humble Bundle?
Humble Bundle, yeah, I got the Humble Bundle. So I've been playing WildStar, and I did buy the PS4 version of Final Fantasy 13 and got a free month because of that, so I've just been dabbling.
You also played League?
Yeah, and always assume League. Okay. And Heroes, assume any free-to-play game you can think of, assume I've touched it. Donny, what have you been playing?
I've been playing League of Legends, and then I've just been moving and stuff, so I haven't been playing anything else.
Yeah, I noticed you're not in an alley anymore. You're kind of like in a
I'm
cabin.
now in a log cabin. I'm now in a cabin, not an alleyway. And I've been watching my new roommate play Final Fantasy X. I haven't played it, but I've been invested in watching him play it. Kind of counts. It's half a count.
I gotta go back to 10 too. I still have to...
Yeah, you do.
But what have you been playing, 2 Inches?
I have also been playing Lego Jurassic World. I have been playing Audio Surf 2. I really like that game. And I've been playing League of Legends as well. We started a tournament between the Frameloss and Friends crew.
Thresh to Death.
That's
the team name.
Basically what we're doing is we're doing a 1v1 mid lane mirror match to either first tower or first kill.
No jungle camps.
And you pick a free character. We're picking a free character each week. We team up against them. So far it's going pretty well.
I'm the only one who hasn't played.
If people in the channel are interested in watching that, we might be able to set something up for that, but who knows?
And maybe you guys can pick, because there's usually 3 champions a week.
If you guys want to pick.
Yeah.
If people care.
But that's pretty much been it. It's been kind of a slow week for me, game-wise. I had a lot of stuff to do this week. That's it. That's all I got.
Cool. All right. Let's jump on into releases of the week.
Which I still don't have the overlay for.
I mean, I don't know why you keep announcing it.
Yeah, why do you announce it?
Because I'm hoping that the more I announce it, maybe, it'll remind me to do it.
Well, then in that case, you should mention that we still have The Witcher 3 in our intro also.
Yeah, we do have The Witcher in our intro. Damn it. I forgot. I legit forgot about that.
And these are all garbage games. Why do you make me read this stuff?
No, I'm getting 3 out of 4 of these next week.
I stand by my statement.
Okay, well, go take us to releases.
So, first up, we have One-Chanbara Z2 Chaos for the PlayStation 4. That's a fighting game.
No, that's a...
Damn.
It's a beat-em-up.
Oh, come on. That's basically
It's a beat-em-up with your scantily clad females fighting zombies with katanas.
It's a 1v1 beat-em-up. Next up, BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend. Extend is all capital letters.
Yes.
Of course.
The PS4, the Xbox One, and the PS3. That is definitely a fighting game.
That is a fighting game. You nailed that one.
J-Stars Victory Vs. Victory Vs.
Yeah, you go with what you feel.
I don't know, man. You wrote it all weird.
No, that's the name of the game.
we'll see. J-Star's Victory Viz Plus for the PS4 and the PS3. That's like Super Smash Brothers, but with all Japanese anime manga characters that you guys love so much. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
That's a fighting game.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Wait. What about?
And Hyperdimension Neptunia Birth 3: Generation.
Donny's
Possibly
losing his mind right now.
J-Star's Victory. Wait, that's in America. An America release.
Next week.
Next week.
Another reason to get a PS4.
Neptunia Birth 3: Generation or V Generation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
Roman
the
numerals.
hell?
That's going to be on the PS Vita. That's a tactics RPG.
I knew it was an RPG based on the name alone.
A lot of niche titles coming out next week, and I'm buying 3 of them.
Are you buying J-Star's Victory?
Yeah.
Oh, high five.
I'm getting Oni Chambara, BlazBlue, and J-Stars.
So I just want it on record that the game is spelled versus with capital V, capital S.
Yeah.
Not your capital V lowercase.
I copied that I copied that directly from GameStop's website. So they
should probably stop using junk websites.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. It's a pretty good week. I have a pretty large schedule.
I didn't know J-Star's Victory was out.
It's not out. It's out next week.
Coming out
it's out
in
next
America.
week, Donny. Come on.
Anytime they have any
Damn it, Donny.
jump game announced, I see when they first announced it in Japan. I was like, oh, that'd be nice to get someday.
Were you super excited when they added Van Halen to Rock Band?
I love the silence.
Sure.
Donny, take us to the news, which I do have an overlay for.
News of the week.
Oh, you froze gorgeously. I just want to let you know.
Good. Anyway, our first news item of the week. Fans petition Nintendo to not make a game. A petition seeking to halt the development of Nintendo's Metroid Prime Federation Force, a 3DS title which was just announced at Nintendo's E3 digital event, has passed over 19,000 signatures to stop it from being made. The game, a spin-off from the main series which doesn't feature Samus Aran whatsoever, is predominantly a multiplayer shooter set in the Metroid universe with an additional 3v3 football-like game called Blast Ball also included. It's added on to that, it also looks like garbage, like graphically.
Oh god, it looks like a hot mess.
It looks like early DS.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It really does.
It looks offensive.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you're making a Metroid game without the main character of the Metroid series.
Look, don't you tell me who the main character is, alright? That's not for you to decide.
The main character is Metroid.
Yeah,
currently, it's slated for a 2016 release. Frankly, it does not look like a classic, but the internet is furious. An actual quote from the petition is, "What we got, however, is a disgrace of a game with the name Metroid slapped on the title." And we haven't played it, so we don't know if it's a disgrace of a game, but it definitely doesn't look good, and it does feel like they just slapped Metroid on the title.
You gotta believe that over in Nintendo land, they're just standing there like, I don't understand. They've been asking for a new Metroid game for years.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time... Any time a company's announced a game, and the immediate response was, how do we stop this?
Yeah, I can say safely that's probably never happened.
Yeah,
I also, truthfully, I like that people want to stop this, because I feel like they're trying to... This Metroid game would set a precedent to Mario the rest of their games. Like Mario the Metroid series, where it's like, oh, as long as Metroid's in the title.
Are you talking about a possible Metroid maker?
I'm just saying, like, Mario has so many spin-offs without Mario, there's not... And it's like, oh,
well, hold on.
It's going to be Metroid, but...
Mario's in most of his games.
Well, you know what I mean, though, where he's not the focus, it's like everyone, it's still just like... And his name is slapped on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Metroid Federation will take place in the world, but it'll have nothing actually to do.
Metroid Golf.
Okay, that would be fun. Because you could
Metroid Tennis.
You could use her like a golf ball.
Metroid Water Polo.
Metroid Party.
Okay, these all sound fantastic. I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, I'm all for this because the game didn't look good.
You hit Metroids underwater. Water Polo. Okay. I think it's kind of funny.
I think it is too. And it didn't look good.
Yeah.
Metroid Kart, yeah.
Metroid has not gotten a really good game in a while.
No, because Other M
kind of
was
gotten crap.
really bad.
Yeah,
Prime Hunters was great. Other M was critically not well accepted.
That's generous.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Okay, let's move on. Hitman pre-order votes are a thing. So the new Hitman game, they showed it at E3. Right now, you can go onto their website and vote for what you want to see in their collector's edition, which I think is a really cool concept.
A real gun.
Right now, what's included is a tie. You can get a nice, sweet necktie. An actual briefcase, like it's a legit briefcase, modeled after... Donny, you got like chairs moving around all over.
Okay, you guys can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also have an exploding duck light. It's a little light that looks like it's going to explode, and it's got like a trigger that you can push buttons. It's kind of neat. They also have like 30 statues to choose from as well. You get to choose 3 things, and hopefully they get put into the collector's edition that you'll pay. If the briefcase is put into it, I'm thinking the collector's edition is easily $200, because the briefcase actually looks really nice.
Man, prices.
This might be the first ever collector's edition with a real gun.
I like the idea of like voting for what comes in the collector's edition, like let the fans pick what they want. I like that. So we'll see. I think it could be priced really expensive though for what they're offering.
I just don't understand how. Like, oh, it has a briefcase, so let's up the briefcases are not that expensive.
Briefcases are pretty expensive.
They're not that expensive.
Depends on the quality of the briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be not usable. Let's establish it's not going to be a full-size briefcase.
No, it is. It says full-size briefcase, like full-size working briefcase.
Okay,
I hope all the games and all the content of the collector's edition come in the
It 100% says full-size working briefcase.
Because it would be silly if all the stuff in the
You're not going to get like a little pocket briefcase and you're like, ooh, look, I put my business card in it.
Look, GTA 4 was like, oh, we come with a lockbox, and that thing was garbage.
I mean, it was like a legit size. Like you could just unlock it like really easy.
Yeah, that's not a lockbox.
Yeah, that's
if you
really
could just unlock it with anything at all.
Yeah, but it was still sweet. Okay.
Man, I would not bring that briefcase to work. I'm just gonna establish that right now.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, it's a full-size, fully functional briefcase, provided you're okay to have the Hitman logo all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They're not saying it's like a work briefcase.
Is the Hitman logo bad?
It's a personal briefcase. It's not bad, but I wouldn't take it to work.
Yeah.
It's not like $3.
No, but I wouldn't have a briefcase with a logo on it.
You just cosplay as Hitman. Boom! Now you got a prop.
Yeah, you get the briefcase, the deluxe tie clip and tie. Like it's a whole business attire themed.
I voted for the briefcase, tie, and the duck.
Duck, yeah. Does the duck really explode?
No, I voted for the art book. Never mind.
Okay.
Because I like art books.
You want a briefcase?
No, you get 3, Donnie.
You get to pick 3 things.
Tie, art book.
Yeah, I'm picking 3 briefcases.
A briefcase, a slightly smaller briefcase, and an even
smaller.
How
do I hold all these briefcases?
All I want.
Perfect.
Okay.
Man, I can milk that joke for probably months. Thank you, Hitman.
Yeah.
So Rare Replay, they announced that at E3. Microsoft did, or Rare did, I guess, and it was huge. It did gangbusters. It did so well, in fact, it's Amazon's most pre-ordered game from E3. Excuse me. Given how close the release date is, and the price for the pack, it's $30 for 30 games, really makes sense.
Yeah, it's not that surprising that it's the most pre-ordered, because it's coming out fairly soon, and it's $30.
How do you not buy it?
Yeah.
So, the top 10 is Rare Replay, like we just said, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Doom, Dishonored 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is absurd that you can pre-order that already.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Gears of War 4, South Park: The Fractured But Whole, Horizon Zero Dawn, Dishonored the Definitive Edition, and the Xbox One Elite Wireless Controller. So Microsoft did pretty well.
It's interesting that Horizon's on there too, because they didn't have a date or anything for that either.
Yeah. Before Final Fantasy VII is the date.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Microsoft cleaned up as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in Japan though.
I was gonna say Nintendo's not even on that list.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that until you just pointed that out.
Yeah, I noticed it right away.
What game are you gonna pre-order?
Mario Maker.
Yeah, and then that's it. And everyone already has that pre-ordered.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Or any 3DS game. People like 3DS still.
I don't think you like pre-order 3DS games.
Yeah, I don't think you do either. After I said it, I was like, they're not going to run out. It's a 3DS.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even run out of regular games, really, anymore, let alone 3DS games.
Yeah.
Certainly not Wii U games.
Yeah.
Take
Sorry.
us
I
into
still
the next
pre-ordered
one.
Splatoon though, and not regretting it.
You're up, Donnie.
Yep. So Drive Club PlayStation Plus Edition has a release date now. The long-awaited PS Plus edition of Sony's little-owned racer Drive Club will finally get launched. The retail game came out on October 7th, and the PS Plus version has been delayed ever since. Not everything is peaches and cream, however. Thursday starts the offline mode, and they will be slowly rolling out more and more people into the online portion of the game. Straight from the announcement, we know this might be frustrating after your extra wait already, but hope you can understand that we are taking extra precautions to protect your experience when you do get online. We want to make sure we don't overload the servers as we invite millions of PS Plus members to download the game tomorrow. Sony president of Worldwide Studios, Shuhei Yoshida, we are very embarrassed, said Yoshida, and we are sorry for that.
I mean, I like that he came out and said, like, we're very embarrassed. Like, that's
We're
a lot
sorry
for
that we're embarrassed.
What's more embarrassing is that the servers still aren't ready.
Well,
They're
okay.
still not done.
Yes, yeah, we're getting to that. So they do roll out tomorrow in offline mode, and then they're slowly going to be, I guess, I think it's completely random how they're letting people into online, but it's going to be a slow transition to online. But for
I read that the selection process will actually be who's least likely to use online gets it first.
But for a Japanese like developer and like for a Japanese like saying like they're embarrassed about something, that's a big deal. At least for like culture wise for them. So like I like that he made the like effort to be like, yeah, we're sorry.
Don't care.
I still have Drive Club and I haven't played it since the Rocky launch.
Oh man, I didn't know you had Drive Club.
Yeah, I do.
I've been dying to play for like 2 weeks.
I'm gonna play it probably this week just to see like how they've like where they've been like since it launched so poorly. No, I did sell it, but then I got it in that deal for $10.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
How much more can you drive?
You can drive a bit.
Good.
Rain.
Yeah. Oh god, that game is pretty.
Oh,
With all its flaws, that game is gorgeous.
There will never be a driving game without rain now.
Yeah.
It's.
Yep. I mean,
never
to
happened.
be fair, it wasn't. It was a thing for a little while. It's not like this was the first. This one did it best.
Drive Club definitely did it best.
Yeah. So piggybacking off of my joke from the beginning of the show, Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight released this week. Stellar reviews across the board. Game is doing excellently on every console it's on. Not every platform, however. Batman on the PC is a mess. So much of a mess that the developers sent no copies to anyone for reviews.
That we know of.
Total Biscuit a week ago announced this, and the internet said he was lying. The game would work fine. What's the name of the company? I almost said Rockstar.
It's Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. I knew it was Rock something. Rocksteady always does a good job, like F you. Total Biscuit was telling the truth. The internet's flipping out about how broken it is. From Rocksteady, we are aware that there are performance issues for some users playing Batman Arkham Knight on PC. WB Games is working diligently with our other development teams, NVIDIA and AMD, to identify and fix these issues as quickly as possible. Someone just got shot.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Green Man Gaming has also issued a statement saying after the first patch of the game is still largely broken, they'll give full refunds. Steam, of course, you can get a refund as long as you haven't played for 2 hours or haven't had it.
I don't see how you can play for 2 hours on Steam in its current state.
Yeah.
And currently on PS4 and Xbox One, like we said, copies of these games are running very smoothly. Strong reviews. Game is a critical success. Yeah. Which is sort of overshadowing the fact that it doesn't work at all on one of the platforms.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
So
you never
read,
hear that.
Yeah, I read earlier that if you have the NVIDIA GameWorks option turned on, the game goes down to running DirectX 10.
Ooh, wow.
And for those not in the know, we're on 12 at this point.
So you were saying, I didn't put this in the notes because you had all the info on it. You were saying that they changed the specs like right before the game came out, like maybe like
they changed the minimum spec. So not even the recommended, the minimum. They upped them for AMD users, AMD graphic card users.
Okay, that's kind of shady.
A day before it came out.
Yeah, that's kind of shady changing them like that.
Yeah. Also, I just find it interesting because generally what we see is the glitchy and buggy one is generally the console version, and the PC is fine and you can update it fine and everything. I mean, that's been like every Assassin's Creed. Just a lot of games. It's like, oh, console version's glitchy, play it on the PC. So it's strange to hear.
I'd say it's
flip-flop.
a 50-50 blend. There's a lot of games that come from console first and then go to PC that are just a garbagey mess. Dark Souls, for instance, was a nightmare on PC.
Yeah.
I played it on PC. I was fine.
Did
with
you
it.
play it at launch on PC?
I redact my statement.
Okay, there you go. When people could just make themselves God mode and then just invade other players' games and
Yeah, that sucks. I can speak.
Didn't you do that,
there.
Kyle?
did I do that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't play it on PC.
Okay.
I'm an adult. I bought it on the console.
So I have a question in terms of so this game, Project Cars. I think there was one other one. Or I say this game, Arkham Knight, Project Cars, and I think there was one other one. Are all having like these real issues running on AMD cards.
Might not be the studios, then it might be AMD.
From what I know, from what I'm guessing is it's more Nvidia than AMD.
Yeah, it's Nvidia like.
Nvidia's done this
access.
before. This is why I never trusted Nvidia and why I was been AMD for life, because back in the day they used to pull this shit all the time where they'd put money up to have their cards like fully optimized for games.
Well, it's under the guise of like working with the developers and stuff, so they give them like full access to all these tools and stuff to like really make them work on the Nvidia card. And here's the part that is where they get you. Take full advantage of Nvidia exclusive features like GameWorks.
Yeah.
So they optimize it for that, and then if you have an AMD card, like you are SOL. AMD is pumping out drivers for these games as fast as they can, but like they're not made to run on an AMD card.
Yeah, this was a big issue back in like the early to late 90s.
So I'll say, sorry, I didn't want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, this was a big issue to early and late 90s with Nvidia cards, and that's why I've been like, I just hated that policy, and I've been AMD ever since.
So the update for the spec update they had, originally the game specifically called out Nvidia, and there was no AMD option.
Yeah.
So they added an AMD option, which is like that's how they, again, that's another way they trick you. They like added an AMD card. It's like, oh, you could use AMD now, but the AMD card is like it's a higher like spec than the Nvidia one they're using.
Yeah.
So if you had an equivalent Nvidia card, they just were like, nah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, so the other thing too that I found interesting, did you hear about the Harley Quinn stuff?
I did.
I did not.
Apparently, so the game comes with, well, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, CJ. There's 2 Harley Quinn things. Are you talking about them removing it from people?
No.
Okay.
I just heard it was poop.
Oh, yeah, you can beat it in like under 30 minutes. It really doesn't do anything story-wise, and it's just like poorly optimized and isn't like that great. And this is on consoles
PC?
as well. No, this is on both. But nobody's really complaining about it because it was like just free. Like no one paid for it.
I've read online people complaining, not any fans, but like journalists and stuff complaining about it.
Yeah.
Just that it's very cookie cutter. There's no real attention. It's just a pace job. There's no character stuff.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's very cookie cutter. So if you're interested in Batman right now and you don't have a console, wait.
A while.
Wait a bit. Wait for some patches to come rolling out. There's no.
I do want to reiterate though, the game is like doing fantastic on
consoles. I haven't played it yet. I have it. I showed it on screen. I'm gonna play it tonight. I'm gonna start it up. I'm probably gonna play it all this weekend.
Do it next week.
Yeah, possibly do it.
Official announcement.
No.
Announced, confirmed. Frameloss.
Not confirmed. Don't know if I'm gonna beat it.
Signed, contracted.
Just do it.
Oath sealed.
Okay, let's move on before we keep saying words. GameStop. We talked about them a little while ago. They're launching retro game trades at few choice locations.
Yep.
I think specifically New York and possibly LA. They're very limited. But right now you can go on their website and they're actually selling these retro titles online. They just launched this. And the prices aren't that bad. So for an NES console, it's $59.99. A PS1 Slim, $39.99. That's awesome. I love that system. The Slim, like off-white, like it's really nice looking.
I have a little bit of an issue with that being like lumped in with this.
Why?
Because it's not a retro console.
PS1?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said PS3 Slim.
No, PS1.
PS1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Never
PS1.
mind. Redacted.
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna say that's retro.
Xenogears for the PS1 is only $29.99. That's a really good deal for that
Yeah,
game.
the prices are surprisingly inoffensive.
Yeah, Metal Gear for the NES, $12.99.
Yeah, that surprised
That's not
me
bad.
the most.
The only problem right now is a lot of these games are currently not in stock. You can go through and look at them all, and they give you the prices. A lot of them you can't buy yet on the website. Now, that's not to say that they're not at these like 2 to 4 locations. But it's worth checking out. I bought Metal Gear on the PS1. It's $9.99 on the PS1. That's a steal.
Well, that's how much it costs on the store.
So I'm excited to get that. There are games though that are still like priced accordingly. Like Tales of Destiny 2 for the PS1 is $89.99. Suikoden 2 on the PS1 is $89.99.
You're probably
Those
not gonna.
What?
I was gonna say you're probably not gonna get something like Conker's Fur Day less than like $80.
I didn't check it, but that is on the site. But even Suikoden 2 for $89.99, that's not a bad price for that game.
Yeah,
that's still a competitive price, but still
they
not,
have it. Like they have it to buy, which is already big deal.
So go check it out. Like Dreamcast controllers are $9.99. I have 4, but I'm like I can always get another one. And
Wait,
Conker's Bad Fur Day
Dreamcast?
is $79.99.
Dreamcast I think was $49.99.
I might get a Dreamcast.
How much did you say Conker's is?
$79.99.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Going online.
Well,
90s
I mean that's
like
bad
those-
considering they're about to re-release it.
Well, in Project Spark.
Yeah.
No, on the Rare collection.
Is it? In the
Yeah,
Rare
but
collection?
not in cartridge.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's the part.
Yeah.
I need to return.
Yeah.
Someone let me borrow their Conker's cartridge, and I have since not been able to find it. So I need to.
Well,
Replace it for $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you just buy the Rare game?
No.
Have you asked? Have you confirmed
I-
that they
I-
realized that bad?
I know this person.
If it was something I was collecting, I would not accept that as a trade.
It was like his favorite, and he's like, "Yeah, no."
Well, so is he collecting it, or does he just want to play it?
It's his favorite. Like this has been his cartridge since he was a kid, and
Now he has it in convenient disc form.
it's not. Trust me, won't
The
work.
Dreamcast is not up on the site.
Ah,
Buy a
gross.
Dreamcast right now.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, you can buy an NES, a Super NES, a PlayStation, a PSX, and a N64.
Okay. They also have... Well, did you check... take us into the new news, and I'll check real quick, because they also show the top-loading NES, like if you actually go into the NES section.
I just searched for like
The system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I searched for all systems, all
Okay.
vintage.
Biohazard wants to know if the consoles get refurbished or are as is.
They are refurbished.
Yeah.
And any bro chill thinks it's ridiculous. $60.
I mean, $60 for a console
Yeah.
is like it's a console. It's the whole console.
Yeah, the whole console.
It's not a
Andy.
title. It's a
Mr. Bro Chill.
to get a like good NES is not cheap. Like to get one
Yeah.
that's good, cleaned, working, confirmed working.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
This
not,
is great for retro game collectors.
Yeah,
Right.
this is not for like just people that want to play games. This is for collectors.
Yeah.
Take us into our new news. We covered this.
All right. So announced
Andy's
today
throwing
on
us off.
announced today on the but I want to respond to that. Announced today on the Xbox website, the special edition console for it's titled
Dreamcast is on their website, by the way. It's 40.
Okay.
It is $49.99. It's not available right now to buy. That's why it's not on the main system
okay.
page. But they do have it listed at $49.99.
So a Forza Special Edition Xbox One was announced today. The Special Edition console commemorates the 10th anniversary of the Forza franchise. It's completely dark blue, just like that Ford GT that they have in the game exclusive. It has a couple stripes.
I have a picture up right now of it.
Perfect. It has a couple stripes meant to evoke like racing decals, that kind of feel. The controller is similar. It's got stripes down the middle instead of like on the side. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive. No Kinect. Microsoft seemingly just abandoning the Kinect.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it before, but no Kinect at E3 either.
Yeah, they're
Not a single thing.
They, as far as I can see, they're done. They're giving up on it.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, it didn't do well on the 360. It's not going to do well on the Xbox One.
But it did. That was the thing. It does do well.
It does well when you buy Just Dance. If you're not buying Just Dance, it doesn't do well.
No, people need to understand.
Name a game that you.
I'm not using it for games. More the games, Kyle.
Yeah.
The Xbox One is.
That's why it doesn't do well.
An entertainment system.
I just want to confirm you nailed why it doesn't do well. I'm not using it for games, so no one's gonna buy it.
I mean, just pack it with the console.
Yeah.
Well, then they gotta bump the price up, and then they're over Sony again, and Sony's just gonna spiral out of control.
I don't really buy that. Suddenly the Kinect is like gonna be. So I have the Kinect up here. It's not like you could probably just give it away. You could probably eat that.
Yeah.
I mean, they should at this point. I agree with you, but they're not. It's Microsoft.
So in addition to all that, the Xbox will have racing sound effects to go along with the design.
Oh my god, the video for that!
Cool.
They sound terrible.
Yeah,
vroom.
Racing sound effects has never been a good thing.
Is it just some dude making? Yeah, is it some dude making?
No, that would be way better.
Beep, beep.
So when you
like that,
when you boot it up, it makes like a revving sound. When you turn it off, it makes like a downshifting sound. And when you eject the disc, it's like a air horn.
When you eject the disc, does it just go like bing?
No, it's the air drill they use to change the tire, like that.
Oh, air drill.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you said air horn at first. I'm like, all I'm gonna do is eject discs.
It's not an air horn. For the record, it's a ratchet gun.
Yeah, it's a ratchet gun.
I was just like,
that's the worst idea anyone's ever had.
I think the console, like, I like the blue. I love the controller.
It's like they plopped this down and we're like, okay, how do we ruin it?
I love the I like how all the face buttons are blue, but they have little like dots underneath them to show you what actual color like they represent on the controller. I like that a lot. I'm not gonna buy it. I have my white Xbox. I'm perfectly fine with that.
CJ, they were like, we made the perfect console. We have to add sounds.
Now, when you think racing, what's the first thought that comes to your mind?
Ratchet gun.
Major Nelson was just like, nailed it. So it'll cost $3.99 when it launches on September 15th, along with the game itself. You also get a digital copy of the game when you purchase this system.
That's not bad for 1 terabyte Xbox One. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's not a bad.
Yeah, I mean, it holds 8 games instead of 4.
Yeah, it does hold 8 games.
You know, this reminds me of a special gun they added in Borderlands 2, where it's like the best gun, best stats, but while you use it, it makes the most annoying sounds on purpose, so people don't want to use it. And that's what this console reminds me of.
Is that why there's so many glitches in Borderlands? Ew!
Nothing to do with it. Anyway, on to other special edition news. NBA 2K16 has revealed that the NBA 2K16 special edition will feature Michael Jordan on the cover.
Dude, that cover is so sick.
It's Michael Jordan. The special edition of the basketball. The special edition of the basketball game also includes a Jordan NBA 2K16 poster, a Jordan Fathead wall cling, a digital Jordan shoes, t-shirt, and jersey for my player, 30,000 virtual currency, and 3 emerald packs, as well as a new special edition exclusive moments card for my team VIP. Probably Jordan related because we've said Jordan so much.
NBA 2K16 featuring a Spike Lee joint.
Whoa! You blew the whole like.
What?
First off, I didn't read a lot of this before.
I didn't get to that yet, CJ.
It's
on the cover. I'm just looking at the cover.
Yeah.
The fucking digital Jordan shoes.
The digital shoes.
I've been like red faced this whole time, just trying to hold in laughing at that.
So there are 3 cover stars for the regular version NBA 2K16.
I'm excited for this.
Stephen Curry, James Harden, and Anthony Davis. And filmmaker Spike Lee is scripting and directing the My Career mode.
Spike Lee joined.
So they got Spike Lee.
How intense is this career mode gonna be?
Dude, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a Spike Lee joint. You're gonna like riot basically.
It's gonna be amazing.
Dunk the right thing.
Yeah. NBA 2K16 is set to release September 29th, and people who pre-order the basketball game will get it 4 days early. The NBA 2K16 Special Edition will cost $80 and is only available on PlayStation 4 and Xbone.
I'm not excited about this at all because I'm not a huge basketball game fan.
I don't care about sports games. but I like Michael Jordan.
Digital
'Cause I-
shoes. Digital shoes.
But I like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I Space Jam, one of my favorite movies.
Are you
I'm
gonna?
a fan of his film career, so
If you have a PS4 by the time this comes out, will you buy it for the digital shoes? Go.
no.
CJ.
I might
is this game-
buy it for the
I mean,
Spike Lee script.
I'll buy it, not for the shoes. I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna
buy it because
Wait, are you gonna buy the? Are you gonna buy the collector's edition though?
Oh no.
With all that Jordan
No,
currency?
no, I don't care about any of that.
Okay.
It's Jordan.
I'm gonna buy it on the PC, so I don't
Dude,
even
are
get that
those
choice
Jordans?
anyway. Are those digital Jordans?
Those are digital Jordans.
Oh
They're
my
worth,
god.
They're worth so much. They're rare.
Oh my god.
Okay, we got 2 more news articles that we're gonna blast through real quick. First up is the Tony Hawk 5 trailer that came out today. Did I save it? Yes, I did. We're not gonna show the whole thing. We're just gonna talk over it. I watched the trailer. Did you guys see it at all?
I saw like 15 seconds and I closed the window because I was nervous.
I'm not even seeing it now because it'll probably cause my internet to crash.
That's fine.
Can someone just sing Goldfinger over this though? I just want to. It's not.
Basically, the trailer is Tony Hawk and the studio making it. Ben Crossbones. I like his name a lot.
That's a sick name. That is
a great
next
name.
level. Name.
They talk
Are you a
about.
murderer?
They talk about making the game. They show clips from the game. Like there's gameplay throughout the whole thing. To me, the gameplay looks super dated.
That's good though. That's what Tony Hawk should look like.
So
Yeah.
well, we're not showing the whole trailer. We're gonna post the trailer on our website, and I'm writing an article right now about like why Tony Hawk isn't for me anymore. I don't think the game is bad. It's just I'm past this part of like skateboarding games, I guess.
You don't skateboard anymore.
This trailer, I never skateboarded. This
You put
trailer,
it in your heart.
this trailer didn't do it for me at all. I was completely just like, meh. Like I won't be buying this game when it comes out. But I'll have a full write up on that on our website.
So,
hopefully by this weekend.
I mean, if you are looking for more than like Tony Hawk,
I am.
then right. So
You
But
were
I-
wanting
but
Skate
I
3.
but I used to love this series. That's
Until
what I'm
you
saying.
played Skate.
I guess I don't really understand why. So I feel like if this game was crazy, you would also knock it for deviating from the formula.
I mean, they do go past what. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is they added this feature called like slam, which means like when you're grinding, you can then hit a button. Like when you're jumping,
Yeah.
you hit a button that automatically just like gravities you to the ground.
And the Space Jam theme plays.
Yeah,
I have they had that in one of the games. I don't
No,
know.
they said this is the first time they've done it.
I don't know what game I played.
First you
that had
gotta
that then,
slam.
but that's definitely not the first game.
I'm just not into it at all. But I'll have more about it in the write up.
How much ska is in this one?
I didn't hear any ska.
Doing
in the-
everything I can.
I didn't hear any ska in the
Pick
trailer.
it up, pick it up. I mean, if there's no ska, then we have a problem. Then we have
Yeah.
a real problem.
Okay.
The soundtrack's not bumping. It's not Tony Hawk.
Biohazard, I am mad that Skate 4 didn't happen, but I've also learned that like this is not my kind of game anymore.
How have you learned that? You haven't even played it.
Because it doesn't like I'm looking at it and I'm like I don't like this.
I don't know how you would like Skate 4 then.
Because why wouldn't I like Skate 4?
They're the same type of game.
They're not at all. Skate 4 is a sim. This is a
Oh, okay. There's the heart of it. Kyle just loves EA.
No, that's not true. They ruined one of my favorite IPs of all time.
TJ, he said sim, not sin.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, let's talk about Ark. Right now, I know CJ, you hate early access, correct?
Yeah.
What if, and let's just pitch this out there, what if you got paid for finding exploits and hacks inside of a game?
Well, then it would be a job I paid to do.
Well,
Wait, isn't that what we're paid to do?
it's possible. Right now, the creators of Ark are offering bounties on hacks and exploits, and that's really interesting to me. So from Ark, we're offering $100 bounties for anyone who can provide us with hacks of any kind, which are not aimbots, ESP, or speed hacks. They can have an impact on the gameplay or the server stability on our official online servers. Feel free to reach us at info@studiowildcard.com for details. Already, one player has received cash through PayPal. The developers say the entire reporting process took about 2 hours before the player was compensated. We're guessing that once more reports start flooding in, the process is going to take a lot longer because I'm sure they're just getting a ton of reports right now that aren't valid at all. Like, give me $100.
Yeah.
I like the idea a lot. I feel like it showed, like, it's a good PR move, first of all. And it shows that you have faith in your game if you're willing to dole out cash for finding, like, these issues in their servers.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yes,
it's still a job you paid to do, and the realist in me is saying they only want people to give them like hacks and stuff so they can like. I don't see it as an altruistic thing. They're not paying for bugs; they're paying for hacks. So
yeah, I said hacks.
I know. I'm just clarifying. I want it to be perfectly clear for like everyone watching that like if you go and you like run into a wall a bunch and you find your way through the map, like they won't pay you for that. They'll pay you.
No,
if you
we
hack
don't.
your
We
way
don't know. Yeah, we don't know exactly if that's the case. Like,
okay, I mean, I'm going by the wording here, which is hacks, which is a hack is not a bug. A bug is something that's in the game that shouldn't be in the game. A hack is something that like you are inserting into the game. Basically.
I like the idea behind this a lot.
I like the idea. I just need to see more. It's still not enough. It's better than nothing, but
it gives me more faith in them like coming through with the game if they're paying people to like just break it.
Yeah.
So that's our news for the week. Are you ready for a review?
You know it.
Donnie?
I'm ready to listen to your review.
Listen
All right, Donnie,
closely.
tell us your thoughts on Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah.
It's got Legos and Jurassic Worlds. Done. 10 out of 10.
Nailed it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep. Okay, let's go to the review. Hopefully the video's turned down. Good. So Lego I gotta get my scores up. You start us off.
What? What am I starting off with?
The review.
You gotta start
off
it
with
off.
story.
You
Start off with story.
Okay, so the story in this game is exactly what you would expect out of a Lego game. It's they recap each of the 4 Jurassic movies: Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World. Each game gets 6 levels. They sort of rush through every movie, which I mean, it's not like story was the strong point of these films. Let's be real. So there's not that much to work with. The first one to me was the Jurassic Park was the best one.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Which I mean, the source material again, like it's hard to make a good story out of a bad story. And The Lost World wasn't that great. Jurassic Park 3, from what I've been told, is terrible.
I've never even.
It's watchable, but it's not good.
Yeah. So it's kind of unfair because I have to judge it based on like awful story already. But it didn't.
See, I don't
really
find it awful story. I think the movies did like what they were supposed to.
Well, so they did what they were supposed to, which is not be story driven.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they were bad though. Like the story wasn't like the story of Jurassic Park 1 wasn't bad.
No,
Well,
Jurassic Park
1's
Jurassic
the
Park 1
strongest.
is the good one.
Yeah.
It's the other ones.
Yeah.
If you have no story driving the movie, then you can't like adapt the story.
That's
basically.
fair.
Yeah, the first one was a good story. The rest were riding the coattails of its success.
Yes.
I'll tell a quick anecdote just for anyone who doesn't know to really exemplify the stories in Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park 1 did amazing. It's based on the book by Michael Crichton. Jurassic Park 1 did so well that Steven Spielberg and all these people went to Michael Crichton and said, "You have to write another book so we can make another movie." And that is the story of the Jurassic Park franchise.
Yep.
They made him write another book because they couldn't come up with a story on their own. Like, they couldn't just do another movie. They're like, you need to make a book so we can adapt that.
Yeah. So what did you give story?
Was the book good?
The book? The Jurassic Park book?
The
Or
second
the Lost World book?
Lost World.
No.
Yeah, Lost World was bad.
Not that
I know the movie was. I didn't know if the book was.
I'm gonna
What
post.
did you put them up. What did you think about the...
I gave story a 7. Just because I the way I judged story for this one was how true they stayed to the the main product, because they're not going to they're not going to really improve on it. So I just went by like, did they stay true to the actual like films? That's how I judged the story for this one. Because I didn't think it was fair to be like, well, that story was bad, so this story is bad by default.
Well, so I'll say, usually they can, like, kind of make do, and they'll put, like, little jokes in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This didn't really have that, I felt like.
No, it
was
didn't.
very
It did in
much by
some
the
ways, but not really. Yeah, I will agree. It was very much by the book. There are little side missions, but they're really few and far between. But I mean, my 7 isn't as different as your 5.
Yeah.
I didn't think the story excelled in any place, but I felt it stayed true to the source material, so that's why I gave it a 7.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 just because it's like right in the middle. It didn't do anything amazing. It didn't do anything terrible. It was just blop.
Yep.
Here is the story. Goodbye.
I can take us into gameplay. If you've played a Lego game, you've played this game.
Yeah.
At its core, like, it's just another Lego game.
They've been going strong for 10 years now, I think. So
Yeah.
I didn't think this one brought really anything new to the table. In fact, I thought it brought a lot of things that I didn't like to the table, like the hub world. We discussed, like, I really don't like that it's not a hub world, and it's just a big open world where it's kind of mazy at times, where you're like, I don't know where the hell I am right now.
Yep, but that is, to be fair, that's been their standard. Like, they moved to that with Lego Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but that wasn't... Lord of the Rings wasn't that many Lego games ago. That's still fairly new, I would say.
No, I mean, it was...
No, Lord of the Rings is a bit older. Hobbit.
Marvel.
Oh, Hobbit is... Okay.
It was, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Batman 3, The Hobbit.
Okay, well, the hub world, the overworld was new to me, because I haven't played a ton of Lego games. But this still felt like I was playing Lego Star Wars that came out like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So to me, I didn't give it that high of a score. What did you think about the gameplay?
So, like we said, the gameplay at its core hasn't really changed. They added some new mechanics to this game in terms of they added like stuff to do with the dinosaurs. The raptors can sniff out locations. You can dig around through poop. The raptors like can specifically like latch onto bars. They're the only dinosaurs that can build. Little things like that. The puzzles, I don't necessarily want to call them puzzles, but the way they went about like hiding the mini kits, hiding the bricks, hiding the things like that, they upped their game a little bit. They've been keeping up with their audience, so they were really easy when Lego Star Wars came out, and they've been getting harder since.
Yeah.
So to me, it delivered everything that I wanted out of a Lego game. I don't want to. I hate placing blame on like consumers and stuff, but like if you are buying this game and you don't know what to expect, but it's not your first Lego game, then really like you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
If it's your first Lego game, like it's your first Lego game. There's nothing like it. But if you have played one, then you should pretty much know what to expect.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to throw the scores up real quick. I gave gameplay a 6. You gave it a 7. Still pretty close in the scores. I just didn't think it excelled, really. Like, it didn't add anything really new to me for the Lego series. So that's why I gave it a 6.
The real draw in terms of the gameplay to me was just the intricacy of the puzzles. And they did a lot with giving you stuff in the open world to do. Like, there's a specific area where you get to play as a pteranodon flying around. You get to do the mosasaurus underwater. They put a lot of detail into the different areas of, like, Jurassic Park. It has its own feel from Jurassic World, from Lost World. Like, they all have their own feel in the open world areas, which is cool. They didn't have to make it like that. They could have just lumped it all into one giant open world.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And how, like, I just want to say real quick, like, how we do our reviews, a 5 is an average game. Like, a 5 is not a fail. A 5 that's a just perfectly average game. Like, there's nothing special about it at all. Yeah. So a 6 still isn't a bad score for this.
Yeah, 6 is above average.
Yeah, it's a little bit above average. It's not like excelling, but it's a little bit above. Now let's get to stuff that, like, I really think they suffered with. Let's go into sound. Sound, I'm just going to put our scores up first. Just to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
I gave sound a 4. You gave sound a 3. I almost want to drop mine to 3, but I have reasons for giving it a 4. The voice acting in this game is so wishy-washy and random that it's almost infuriating to play. Now, you didn't experience this as much as I did, because I've actually watched all 3 movies, like, recently, like, again, to get ready for Jurassic World. And random characters in the game are not voiced by the people in the movie, but then random characters in the game are taken directly from the movie. Like, you can hear the background sounds and everything, like it's a direct cut from the movie.
It's pulled right out.
Pulled right out. But some characters aren't. And when the characters that you're used to hearing, like, when Nedry talks, you're like, I know what his voice sounds like. And then it's not Nedry, you're like, this takes me out of the game world. I know this story, I know how it sounds, that's not him, this is weird. Even Mr. DNA, who was a computer, like, it was a computer character in the movie, like, his voice is all screwed up.
I'm down.
Yeah, but I mean, someone did his
voice, but I would assume they would have rights to all that stuff. Like,
no,
Their only rights to half the movies.
So, I will say this in terms of like media and stuff. The reusing rights is like very touchy because you got to pay. So you got to go pay that guy again. If he was getting paid like some dumb amount because of that, then like
yeah, but like all Jeff Goldblum's character, like maybe his voice was fine.
Maybe Jeff Goldblum was making like nothing.
Maybe Jeff Goldblum also, or is fine with it, and Jeff Goldblum's like, yeah, I like Legos.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some deal where like because he was the main character, like they got. I don't know. All I know is that the mixing and matching of like movie versus not movie is probably the worst choice they could have made.
Oh
like,
yeah, it was terrible. It was
so there are scenes where one of the characters will be talking to another. One of them will be talking in a normal voice, and they'll go to the other, and it'll be lower, mumblier. You'll hear like the tape hiss from the movie. It's just completely. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's really poorly done transition. Like the Lord of the Rings one was really good.
Lord of the Rings was good because it was a 1-to-1 straight up, like every line is from the movie.
And it was like audio. It wasn't like this sounded audio, sounded like they literally just watched the film and cut out the audio chunks.
Well, that's
the Lord of the Rings sounded like they had the masters.
That's all you can do. They do have the masters for Lord of the Rings.
Right.
They don't have digital masters for Jurassic Park because that wasn't a thing. The movie was made in 1994. Like it's not an option. You maybe have at best some sort of master sound file or some sort of master sound reel. Yeah. But even at that, I would not be surprised if they were like, yeah, we had to play the film and like pop the audio out.
And I was even just talking to a friend about it yesterday. We were watching Terminator 2, which is another movie from the 90s. So we were watching on Netflix, and we were watching, and we're like, man, the action sounds are really loud, and though the dialogue, when they talk, it's like they're whispering. Like, why is it so quiet? It's because back in the 90s when they didn't have like the sound masters and stuff, and then they move it to DVD or anything, the audio levels get all screwy and messed up because it's from one format to another. And so then when you take that, and they're probably getting the sound, guessing, from a DVD of Jurassic Park, it's even more messed up.
I think the reason I gave it a 4 really is like all the dinosaur sounds sound awesome. They sound like they're just dinosaurs. Really, yeah, they just sound really good. It's the people just kill this game for me, sound wise.
Yeah, so I gave it like a 3 because there are like you can still at least like hear people. But man, I don't want to give it a 3. It's just I have a hard time justifying going lower because it's not like it was explicitly beyond bad. Like it wasn't terrible or offensive or anything. It was just like not good.
Yeah. See, I found maybe because I've watched them very recently, I found him to be like really kind of offensive. Like the whole time, I'm just like, that's not that guy's voice. That's not that guy's voice.
Yeah. And in terms of this isn't really. I don't know if this is sound or not. I didn't peg him on this for sound, but there are plenty of lines that are not said that are like iconic lines.
Yeah.
Like hold on to your butts?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't say that at all.
I would put that in sound.
So yeah, they just missed a lot of cues.
Yeah. Graphics, we can jump right into graphics. You gave graphics a 5, I gave graphics a 6. I think it looks like every other Lego game. I don't think it looks any sharper, any better. I think it just looks like a Lego game. There are little effects that I thought might have been improved on. That's why I bumped it up to a 6. I'm assuming you gave it a 5 because it just looks like a standard Lego game.
Yeah, there, like you said, there are some like particle effects and stuff that are really nice, but they clearly did not have a lot of time with this. This
felt real rushed.
It was developed for last gen systems as well. So to me, it's very clear that they developed it on last gen, ported it to current gen, and we're like, well, we're done.
Yep.
Everything looks nice, ? But like it doesn't look. I don't know what I expect out of a next gen Lego game. Like I don't need to be able to like count the ridges on a stud or anything. But it's like,
why not?
I mean, yeah, that's essentially it. Like, why not? Why not do that stuff? It's not like this is graphically intensive and you're gonna break your shit if you can't do this. So I gave it a 5. It's right in the middle. It just they didn't do anything special. It didn't get worse though. So.
And let's go right into fun cycle.
Yeah,
I put the scores up. Fun. So I did have fun with the game. Like it is a fun game. Like you unlock tons of stuff. If you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you're gonna find some enjoyment in this game. I don't see myself like needing to play this game again. Like even the collecting stuff, I'm still like, ugh, like do I really want to go back into that world? Especially the overworld, because there's stuff hidden in the overworld that you have to collect that is just, I don't even want to think about going into it. So Fun Cycle, I gave Fun a 7. I'm gonna put the scores up. You gave Fun an 8. One of the problems I had, and I didn't know where to put it, so I put it in Fun Cycle because it really was a deterrent for me for this part of the game, was the end credits. Me and you talked about this, CJ. When you beat Jurassic Park, like the first movie, you know how that movie ends with the raptors attacking the T-Rex?
Yeah.
Well, so the end credits are the T-Rex chasing a raptor like through the paddocks, like, and you're just running after him, collecting studs as the credits roll. And I thought that was really cool. Like I played through the whole thing. I was like, yeah that's kind of cool. It's like it's an extension of the story during the credits.
Yeah.
They reuse that exact same level with the exact same T-Rex and Raptor for every movie ending. Like, every movie's credits, it's that scene. And I was like, that just seems lazy to me. Like, why not just make it like a Stegosaurus chasing something? Or, like, at the end of the third movie, when all the pterodactyls are flying after the helicopter, make it a pterodactyl flying after something.
Isn't
like,
the whole third movie about evil pterodactyls?
No, it's about Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, I mean, just a little thing like that, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to implement, and it really would have added to the game instead of just being like, oh, they just reuse this exact same, placement of every block over again.
So, my rebuttal is that, I don't really feel like... I don't really want to play through the credits. Like, it's not... It was a fun little thing, but I don't want... It wasn't, like... explicitly enjoyable. It's not like it was a level. It was just a chase scene.
It's just one of those little tedious things that like it just bothers me. That like they couldn't even do that for me.
I guess I just don't see it. It's more than they've done in the past, so it's progress. They advanced their like I don't want to say ability. Like they've evolved like their process to now we have like an interactive credits thing. That's cool. Is it cool that it matches the first movie? Yeah. Was that ever really explicitly the intention? I don't know. A T-Rex chasing a raptor is not exactly like unique.
No, but it is through the Jurassic Park 1 like world. Like
to me, it's just a matter of like if they had the choice between spending time on other stuff or spending time getting different models and different credit levels that people are going to skip for the most part. Do the other stuff. Do the credit stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't do either, so I would have liked them to do.
Well, no, I mean, they did. I gave them compliments on how they did the puzzles and stuff. There's a ton of characters. There's a ton of vehicles. Like, there's a lot of content in the game. So that's where my fun comes from. What's up?
I have another complaint, and I might retract my complaint if you can correct me on it because I don't actually know. I just couldn't find it. Is there a way to either switch your character? Or buy characters outside of the free play, like just selection thing.
So what do you mean switch your character?
So like when you go to free play,
Yeah.
and you choose like the free play character, and it brings up that giant menu with all the characters.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll hover over a character, and then that character will start switching, like in this wheel that you have no control over. And I'm like, oh,
yeah, they just cycle through their costumes.
Yeah, and I have to wait for it.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's really annoying. Well, the dinosaurs do it too, and they switch between different dinosaurs, not just costumes.
Only the raptor switches between a different dinosaur. The other dinosaurs switch between a regular and a fossilized version of them.
No, there's one that switches between like it's like baby raptor. Like
there's a raptor switches through the four. It switches through regular Velociraptor, Blue, Charlie, Echo, Delta.
No, there's one that switches between like one has like baby raptor, the thing with the head that like you can headbutt stuff.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, they're in the same. They're in the same flippy category. I'll show it to you after the show. I know I'm right. Because that was my main argument for that.
I have spent more time in this game than you. Not like trying to pull a trump card. I'm 85% of the way done.
Okay,
I'm gonna but you did pull the trump.
I'm gonna boot it up as soon as we stop the show. So
you don't have to because I'm going to because I need to get to 100.
Okay.
As far as the collecting stuff, there's a ton of people to collect. There's a ton of like funny, not a ton, but there's an okay amount of like funny minifigures. Like Jimmy Fallon is a minifigure because he was in Jurassic World. Steven Spielberg is a minifigure. Like just little things like that. Mr.
Jimmy
DNA
Fallon was
is a
Jurassic
minifigure.
World?
Yeah, he's the main. He played like the Raptor guy, the guy in charge of the Raptors.
No, he
Jimmy
didn't.
Fallon.
No, he didn't.
He just gets him to calm down by telling hilarious family-friendly jokes. He bores him to sleep. Yeah, but he was in it, so they put him in the game. Just a little thing. It's a little fun Lego stuff. It's good enough for me to want 100% it. Is the fun. So I gave it an 8. It doesn't feel too big, which is my problem with Lego Marvel. It is too massive.
Oh, that's what my 7 came from. This game is the shortest Lego game I've ever experienced. As far as like...
Yeah, I can't really say for sure. It felt shorter, but I don't know if that was just because I was going at it pretty hard.
This game felt insanely
Because it's still 20 levels. Like, did I do that math? Yeah, it's still 20 levels. It's still a huge overworld, so it doesn't feel...
Like, I feel like
it's still the same amount of content, so I don't know. I would have to legitimately check.
I feel like the Harry Potters were way longer than this game.
I think the shortest Lego game might be the Lego Star Wars one for the 3DS, which is based on the Clone Wars.
That
cartoon.
doesn't count,
That
Donny.
doesn't count.
It's a game.
Doesn't count. All right, we are actually over.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put up our overall. We both agreed. This is a rental, folks. If you're a fan of Legos, rent it first, because like I said, it's really short.
I wouldn't
Especially-
even. I would just rent it. I wouldn't say rent it first. Like just rent it.
Yeah, and well,
You're gonna be good
you're
with
gonna
that.
beat it in a rental.
Yeah.
If you're not into collecting, this is definitely a rental. If you're a fan of Jurassic Park, it's a rental because the audio might actually make you want to stop playing it.
So I can say this much. I just looked up the Lego games completion. It's not the shortest. It's shorter than their average. 13 and a half hours is the average like completion. Oh, I'm sorry. 28 hours is the completionist time. That's 100%. Other ones are, I'm trying to see. Lego Harry Potter 1 through 4 was 26 and a half hours. Lego Harry Potter 5 through 7 was 24 hours.
Well, that's the 100%. That's a different thing that I'm talking about, though. I'm talking just straight playthrough.
Main story was 11 hours. Harry Potter's 13 and a half and 10 and a half. So, I mean, it keeps up with...
There's no way I've put 11 hours into Lego Jurassic World. Yeah,
that's the average. That's the average time.
Okay, that's the average. Okay.
So I mean, it's longer than Lord of the Rings according to
Okay.
the average. So I do want to put that out there because it feels quicker, but like I don't want to punish the game based on my interest in it.
Yeah.
The irony of the Lord of the Rings games being shorter than the movies are
Yeah.
so long.
Well, there's 3 Lord of the Rings movies, 4 Jurassic movies. So same.
Yeah. So I would say just rent it, and that's our show for this week. What are we doing next week? Do we have anything?
Oh, we're
Frameloss.
No, we're not doing Batman.
Batman Arkham Knight.
No.
Oh, we have
guys.
Frameloss review.
Nope, we're ending the show. Yeah, because we are over.
Guaranteed.
I am your host, 2 Inches. Thank you for stopping by. Donny, say your goodbyes.
Thanks, everyone. I saw a few new faces. Thanks for stopping by. The best thing you can do is tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell your boss, tell anyone you know. Tell them we're good, tell them we're bad. Any publicity is good publicity. Just spread word of mouth. It really helps us. Just tell them where we are, when we are, and what we are to cancel out the shock. And so just so we get more viewers. We really appreciate it. It really helps us.
CJ?
There's a joke in there somewhere about us being the only safe thing to spread through mouth. I don't know. I gotta workshop it a little
Yeah, I
bit.
thought the same thing
But
in my mind when I said mouth.
It's definitely in there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys click the heart right below me. That'll favorite this page. That way you'll get notifications every time we go live. We air Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. You can find our stream schedule down there. We actually need to update it because we don't technically do Mondays anymore. Sometimes we do. Kyle and I'll do co-op stuff, but
we gotta continue Divinity.
Yeah, we'll update it with we'll probably do every other Monday or something like that. We'll update it. Also, right next to our stream schedule, you'll find links to our pages. Our YouTube page has exclusive YouTube content. We do unboxings. We're gonna start doing Let's Plays once we get our act together. We're gonna start doing lists once Ti and Donny just do it. Just do it. Just do it. All kinds of fun stuff. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You guys will get notifications about gaming news and stuff that's happening during the week sent right to your devices. Also, we run contests all the time. We give away Steam keys, we give away games, we give away amiibos, we give away all kinds of stuff. So if you guys are following us on Twitter and Facebook, you'll see those notifications. That's the only way to get those notifications. We don't talk about them on the show or anything like that. It's exclusive to our social media followers. So that's a little thank you for following us. Finally, last thing down there is a link to our Patreon, patreon.com/Frameloss. For those of you who don't know, Patreon is like a Kickstarter, but monthly. You can give like any amount you want, $1, $2, $10, whatever you want. Every month it gives us a little bit of money, and that money goes directly back into the show. We use it to improve our equipment, improve our sets, those kind of things. You don't just take it and buy a video game with it and go, I bought a new video game. It goes directly back into the show. We want to make an awesome show for you guys. We know you guys want to watch an awesome show and tell people about it. So it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. And any money that you guys give, if it's $1, $2, whatever, it's all appreciated. We love you guys for watching us. We do this show for you guys. So please keep coming back. Like Donny said, tell everybody.
Donate $2 and CJ will take the dirty shirt hanging on his door behind him off the door so we can't see it on stream.
That's a towel, son.
Oh,
Get
okay.
wrecked.
I'm sorry. That's going to be $3.
Get Shrek
Yeah.
and Shrek, bro.
And it's not dirty.
Okay.
It's dry.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. League of Legends. No, I don't want to say that because I really kind of don't want to play tomorrow.
Too late.
But
You already committed.
League of Legends
League
tomorrow,
of Legends
probably.
tomorrow. Batman Arkham Knight next Wednesday. Full
No!
review from Frameloss. Guaranteed.
The oath is sealed. Done.
Thank you, guys. Have fun.
See you guys. Good night. Good game.